Hello friends, this video on digestion and absorption part 1 is brought to you by examfear.com. No more fear from exam. Topics to be covered in this lesson are introduction, digestive system, digestion of food, absorption of digested products, disorders of digestive system. So now we are going to study the lesson on digestion and absorption. Now, we all have a brief idea on what is the digestive system, why do we need a digestive system, and how digestion of food takes place inside our body. So, we all have a basic idea on this. So, in this lesson, we are going to talk about the same digestive system in little more detail. So, we are going to talk about each and every enzyme which is participating in the process. We will talk about each and every step of the process. So, it is basically a stepwise detailed discussion on the digestive system. Now, before that, what is digestive system? Just a recap, because I'm sure all of you remember what it is. So the moment we talk about digestive system, the first thing that comes to our mind, or the first prerequisite to talk about the digestive system, is food. So when you think of food, you can think of a variety of things which we actually consume. So whether you talk about the variety of vegetables or the variety of fruits or things like meat, fish, egg, so they are all consumed by us in some or the other form, whether we consume them in their raw form or we prepare some dish with them, whether we prepare a burger with vegetables or we prepare a curry with that, or you take the intake of dairy products like milk, butter, cheese. So in many different forms, there are a variety of food which we eat. So here when I say we, I'm talking about the human beings. However, when you talk about the processes of digestion and absorption, they not only happen in case of human beings, but it happens in all animals, because all living organisms, especially when you talk about animals, because in plants, the way their food gets translocated is quite different than animals. So here we are going to talk only about animals, and that too we are specifically going to talk about human beings, because human beings are something which is easier for all of us to understand. However, the same digestive system also applies to other animals as well, just that in different animals, based on their different body structure, based on their different food habits, there are certain changes in the digestive system. But the basic concept would more or less remain the same. So we will focus on this lesson on the digestive system of human beings. Now the question is, why is the process of digestion needed? Why do we need to digest the food which we eat? Now, as I mentioned just now, we eat food in the form of a sandwich, or in the form of rice, or in the form of bread, in the form of a cake, fish, omelette, so many things, right? Now, why do we want that our body should digest that food? Okay, we eat food to get energy. So let me eat the food and let that food directly provide me the energy. But that does not happen, right? In one of our previous lessons, we were talking about the process of respiration, where I told you that it is always required to convert that food into energy, and conversion of food into energy would need your cells to absorb the food, right? So that absorption of food has to happen, and for absorption to happen, the food which you eat needs to be broken down into simpler forms, because whatever we eat, they are quite complex. Now you might wonder, why is it complex? Let us suppose if I eat a burger, why is it complex? It is made up of all the vegetables. So in what way are we saying that this food which we are taking in is complex and it needs to be broken down into simpler forms? So let us see in what way is this food complex. Now, just think about it. What is this food? Why are we eating this food? Because it is going to give us energy. What is there in this food? So when I talk about what is there in the food, I am not only talking about the vegetables. For example, if I say, okay, it has a cucumber, it has tomatoes, it has a bread, it has butter. But what are they made up of? So when I talk about that, I actually mean this food has things like carbohydrates, maybe in the bread, proteins, maybe the vegetables, fats, maybe in the form of butter, vitamins, minerals. So whatever food we are eating, that food is after all made up of all these biomolecules. Now you remember biomolecules, the lesson where we talked about the structure and function of all these molecules, correct? Now the food which we are eating, irrespective of whatever form we may take it, whether it is a chicken curry or it is a sandwich or it is an idli. So whatever you are taking in, they are all made up of carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins and minerals. Now while we were studying the lesson on biomolecules, we actually saw that chemically all these structures are quite complex. So when you talk about a protein, the structure of a protein is not simple, right? The tertiary structure of protein, just think of that protein structure in your mind and you'll get to know that no, their things are not simple. So they are all in complex form. Therefore, the body cannot absorb the food as it is and it needs to be broken down into simpler forms. And this process of breaking down of complex substances into simple form is known as digestion. And then what is absorption? So once it is broken down into simpler forms, those simpler forms are absorbed by different parts of the body. So that is known as absorption. Now what would happen once they are absorbed? Now once the simpler food materials are absorbed, then the process of cellular respiration will take place in each of the cells. So each of the cells will utilize the glucose, and I mean the simplest form of the food, and they will produce energy. So that is how the entire process takes place. I mean, that is how we get energy from food. So when you say that you get energy from food, you actually mean to say that all these processes are running inside. First digestion, then absorption, and then respiration. So now this food needs to be utilized to provide energy, as I said, and as this food cannot be utilized in complex forms, therefore it needs to be broken down into simpler forms. And this breaking down of complex food substances into simple absorbable form is known as digestion. So we do not want complex things because our cells are not good at absorbing complex things. So they need it in simple forms. So that is why we need to first convert them from complex to simple. That process is digestion. Once they are available in simple form, then they will be absorbed, and that process is absorption. So in this lesson, we'll be spending most of our time in understanding the process of digestion, because that involves more of steps, more of enzymes, more of complications. So we'll talk about digestion most of the time, and we'll also spend time understanding how the simple forms are absorbed. Now just think of this scenario. When I am talking about complex and simple things, just to get a better idea about what I am talking about, just think of this. Now when you look at the screen, you can actually see, what do you see on the screen? You see a complex structure, right? You will call this complex. Why? Because it is like all hodgepodge. You do not have a fixed shape. It is neither a straight line nor a circle nor a square. I mean, we don't know what it is. It is all mess. It is a net-like structure. But if I tell you that okay, this entire structure is formed by a single wire. So we have just turned and coiled the wire in such a way that it has become so complex. So now this complex structure is quite difficult to understand for anybody. I mean, they don't know what it is. Now if you have a wire and you want to give that wire to somebody, if you give it in this form, it is like all complex. He'll think that, okay, before taking that, he'll think for once whether it is a wire or it is something else. If you take the same thing and you just pull it from both the ends and straighten the wire, you get something like this. Now if I ask you which one is simple and which one is complex, very easy to answer. Obviously this is simple and this is something complex. So the same thing happens when we talk about these foods material. So when we eat a burger, it has a lot of carbohydrates, a lot of proteins, a lot of fats, so many things are there, and these are all complex structures. Something like this, let us suppose when you talk about this burger, it has carbohydrates, it has proteins, it has fats, and they are all complex structure, you see. There are so many bonds, so many molecules joined together, but they are all polymers. That is, they are all made up of smaller units. So if you talk about the carbohydrates, so mostly the carbohydrates which are present in the food material which we eat, they are in the form of polysaccharides. That is, they have multiple sugar units or multiple monosaccharide units. So they can be broken down into simpler forms. They can be broken down into monosaccharides, which are the simple sugars. They can be broken down. Similarly, when you talk about fats, fats can be broken down into simple fatty acids. If you talk about proteins, which have got so complex structures, they can also be broken down into their basic building block. And what is the basic building block of protein? The basic building block is nothing but amino acids. So many amino acids joined together by several types of bonds form this complex structure of proteins. So now this conversion of the complex to the simple is known as digestion, and we will see that throughout the entire process of digestion, all these complex molecules which are present inside the food gets converted into their simplest form, and then those simplest forms are absorbable by the different cells of the body. So this entire process is what we are going to talk about in this lesson. So I hope that the introduction to this lesson is quite clear to you. Thank you. Please visit www.examfear.com to watch more videos, attempt free online test, get free study material, find tutors and mentors. Thank you once again.